Hi Cancers, it's Nick. This is your love reading for the week. This is for Cancer's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. But before we get started, I want you guys to start off with taking a deep breath in, acknowledging any sadness, pain, anger, anything heavy that may be carrying with you. And as you exhale, I want you to physically just push it and visualize it all leaving your body. Okay, so you can do that a few more times so we can set the tone, start this reading on a good note with an open mind, clear mind, and open heart so you can receive the messages that are intended for you. Okay, and just as we've been doing, if you've been watching the past few weeks, we're going to look into what someone is thinking, feeling, or wants to tell you, what is in your heart space and what is in the other person's heart space. If you already have someone in mind that you want to kind of connect with, just kind of try to think of that person while I'm shuffling. And if you don't have anyone you're talking to, well, just sit back and relax and we'll tune in and see maybe who's the next person you're going to be encountering or dealing with, okay? And what else? Yeah, I will have the link to the extended reading part 2 in the description box for those who are interested. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is at NicLoves with 2 eyes. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what someone is thinking or feeling or wants to tell you, Cancer. For Cancers, please. What is someone thinking or feeling or wants to tell Cancer? All right, so what someone is thinking or feeling and wants to tell you, Cancer, is I'm healing past life trauma. I'm healing past life trauma. So you could be currently dealing with someone who is going through maybe a difficult time in their life. They may be either going through physical health or emotional, mental stuff going on in their life right now. And maybe stuff that they don't know why they're dealing with this. And it could be stuff that they've accumulated, karma and stuff, baggage, karmic debt from past lives. And that's why maybe right now they're going through kind of a rough time and don't really understand why or how these things happen to them. So they're doing a lot of healing right now, which can be not such a pretty process for most people. So let's see, what is in your heart space? What is in Cancer's heart space, please? All right, what is in the other person's heart space? Okay, so Cancers, in your heart space, maybe we're just too different. So this could be something that maybe you're thinking about or you will be kind of like feeling, maybe we're not meant to be together. Maybe I'm not this person, we're not a right fit for each other. You may just be thinking that you have more things, you don't have as many things in common as maybe you would hope for or as that you expected. In this person's heart space, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling in that time. Whatever it says. How I was feeling at that time. All right. So either this person maybe wasn't completely open and honest, like didn't really express all their feelings to you. Maybe they held back, or maybe what they said wasn't exactly the full truth. I kind of feel like what it is that they held back. They didn't say exactly everything that they wanted to say, but they could have said more. Okay, let's see. Or you gave them the opportunity to kind of express themselves and they didn't when they could have, because they did feel it at the time. So they may be someone who has trouble communicating, has trouble opening up their heart space, has trouble feeling their feelings and being comfortable with just sharing those feelings with you. So let's see what's going on for all my Cancers, please, this week in regards to love. For all my Cancers, give us clarity inside, a clear message, a clear story for all my Cancers. By the way, I'm wearing orange because it's like Halloween this month, even though I never really wear orange, but I thought, why not? Kind of a fall pumpkin color. Yeah, I'm feeling like a pumpkin today. Let me know if you're feeling my pumpkin vibes. I don't think orange is my color, but it's okay. Sometimes you need to like change it up, have a little variety here and there, All right, so Cancers, on your end here, we have the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and 7 of Pentacles. All right, so you have 2 9s already here. Maybe some of you have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart. I feel like there's a lot of learning that's going to be taking place this week, either you learning from others or you learning from yourself a lot. And a lot of growth and expansion within your spirit though. And on this side for this person, oh, another 7. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and the Empress. So another 3. So 2 9s, 2 7s, and 2 3s. So those are important numbers for you guys. 9, 7, and 3. Crazy. All right. So you could be dealing with, let's see, a Pisces, Taurus, Libra, maybe a Gemini. Yes, but this person, your energy is definitely in this person's aura, like, or they seem to think about you a lot when they're at home. You may be someone who you maybe spent a lot of time at their home, or you guys both spent a lot of time at each other's homes, or whatever was like home for you guys. I think this person is going through a lot of frustrations, but so are you in a way. And they seem to be fighting for something, but not seeing the results that they want, and wanting to grow, but maybe that growth has been slow moving. It hasn't been happening as fast as maybe they would want it to. So there have been a lot of obstacles and just things getting in the way of whatever they're trying to work on, whatever they're trying to grow or manifest. So yeah, I could definitely see this healing of past taking place for them, and it has kind of pushed them back, made things a little bit harder. So, you know, let's say this person was working on a business or school or some kind of project, and then all of a sudden maybe they got sick, or a family member got really sick and they had to take care of them, and now we have all these bills. So stuff like that can happen where it's like out of your control, but now kind of pushes you back. You can't really like work on things like you did, or you have to pay for a bunch of other bills now that are coming up. So I can see something like that may have happened, but of course it's going to be different for everybody. Just saying an example. So what's going on with you? I definitely feel like you're working on and you're becoming a lot more self-fulfilled within yourself, showing yourself more appreciation, loving yourself, feeling proud of yourself, not feeling ashamed of your feelings and emotions, but mainly owning up to it and be like, yeah, this is how I feel, and this is how I feel. All right. And I don't care. I am listening to my heart. I'm going with my emotions, and I'm learning to listen to myself and follow myself, and not second guess those intuitions and gut feelings that I get. I feel like you're learning to trust yourself a lot more, and trusting that, you know, your gut feeling and those little thoughts that you get sometimes are right. And maybe you've noticed in this past month or past few weeks or few days that the times when you don't listen to yourself, that gut feeling or your intuition telling you, and you do the opposite, you realize, wow, I should have listened to myself. Like, it was telling me I was doing the right thing the whole time, but I went against what I was feeling. So this week you may realize, or you may try to test out and be like, you know what, instead of trying to be logical, I'm going to listen to myself, because I know the truth. And when you do, you'll find that, I'm so glad that I did that. Like, it's like my intuition was telling me to go left instead of right, and look, there was an accident right there. Thank God I listened to myself. That's an extreme example, but you know what I mean. Like, this week, I feel like you're going to be really listening to yourself and just like muting out any other noise. I also feel like you're learning to stand up for yourself and create boundaries, and stand for what you believe in, and be really cautious. I think you're learning to be more cautious of the energy that you give off and the energy that you feed on to others and that you give to others, because it drains you. It can really drain you. And you are overall a caring, loving person. I hope most of you are. And you notice that sometimes when you put too much of yourself out, some people, you know, don't appreciate that, or it drains you, because you're not receiving the same amount of energy back. And so you become depleted by the end of the day, and that's why you're exhausted and tired. But if there's an equal exchange of energy, you wouldn't feel that way. Have you ever had a conversation, or maybe you were so tired from work, but then you ran into an old friend, you're like, oh, I gotta go, but sure, let me know what happens, and you guys start talking, all of a sudden an hour, 2-3 hours pass by and you forgot that you were tired? Why? Because you guys are sharing an equal amount of energy with each other, and so you're not being depleted and putting all of yourself out there without getting anything in return. Does that make sense? I'm sure it's happened to you guys where you're like, oh, I forgot I was even starving because I was having such a good conversation, or I was having such a good time with this person, and I forgot that I had a headache. I forgot I was starving. I forgot I was tired. And you go home, you're like, wow, that's so weird, right? But when you're at a place you don't like, or talking to someone you can't stand, it's like, oh, time, it's like it never goes by, right? You're like, oh, looking at the clock, or you're like, oh, this headache is just getting worse. Because your energy is getting like depleted. So I feel like this week you're really recognizing what things are taking your energy, what people you need to be more aware of, maybe not let so close to you all the time, maybe not talk to all the time, building up better security within yourself. Maybe some of you are installing security cameras, or some kind of built-in system in your home, or you're putting up a little fence, I don't know, just emotionally, mentally, like, nope, blocking out things that are not for me, and just being more defensive than usual. Not defensive in a way like, oh, you're trying to fight everyone, but you're setting good boundaries that are healthy for you. And you're learning. I feel like you're learning a lot, and learning mainly from yourself and your experiences, but also learning from other people that you're seeing and their mistakes. Like, okay, I don't want that to happen to me. That was presented in front of me so that I can use that as a lesson to implement to my life. And I feel like you're going to be learning a lot from failures, from disappointments, from letdowns, stuff like that that's happened to you. You know, maybe with things that you've been trying to work on and manifest, it hasn't been going as fast as you would want, or maybe it's slowing down, or maybe, you know, this week you have a slow week, or you're not making as much money, or you're not seeing as much progress. But that's okay. Just learn from this and try to see, okay, where can I improve, or what can I do to maybe increase my income? What can I do to see better results? If you're not seeing good results, maybe it just means you got to switch something up, or just try to be a little more consistent, push yourself a little bit more, and try to see, because things don't happen overnight. You know, a lot of things take a lot of time. There's a lot of time and grind that goes behind a lot of successful businesses, and, you know, just projects, stuff in general. So don't get disappointed. Just try to change things up if you feel like something's not working out, or if, like, your dating life, maybe you're not getting a lot of matches on your dating apps or something, or you're not getting a lot of good feedback. You know what? Maybe switch up your photos, maybe switch up your bio, get a second opinion from a friend. Because a lot of times maybe you think you're putting yourself, the best image of yourself, but if you get a second opinion, maybe they can tell you, oh, you know what, I think you actually should change this, or, you know, that doesn't really showcase your talent or who you are. You know what I mean? Especially for guys. I feel like guys kind of suck at this sometimes, so it's always good to get a second opinion, or maybe a female's advice. Okay? All right. So I see here that this person here is feeling really frustrated as well. I think they're more so irritated and upset because they've been putting a lot of time and energy, effort into things that are not getting good returns. They're not seeing good returns to their investments. You know, maybe there's been a lot of arguments, problems, conflicts with other people around them. They've just been really upset, hit with a lot of just you know, obligations, or just adversities, things that are making it difficult for them to complete small daily tasks, or just things that are important for them. But I feel like they're going to continue to push through, and there's going to be growth. And I think this person may be thinking of moving, or they want, if it's not like physical movement, they want to switch jobs, or they want to switch careers, or they want to move somewhere else, or they want to try something different, maybe get another person's opinion or get someone else involved, connect, network, go get ideas, you know, from a different group, someone else. But I just feel like there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of movement with this person. And I think that they're going to be birthing some kind of new idea. These can be a new idea for a project. Maybe this person is pregnant, or they want to get pregnant, and they could be really fertile. So if this person is trying to get pregnant, or you, maybe this would be a good week to try, and there may be good luck. If you're not, or they're not, try to use extra protection and make sure you're being cautious. But I feel more so that this is like an idea of like a new thing, either an idea or a new version of themselves that they're going to be working on. They could be modifying themselves, maybe working out, implementing a new beauty, health regime, getting a different, you know, makeover, outfits, just becoming more open to love and to receive love as well. Because I see that this person is slowly opening up. If we saw, remember earlier, he or she said, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. So this is them kind of opening up and realizing, you know, things that they should have done or should have not said in the past, and now blossoming more and acknowledging those things. So I feel like as they go through this path, they're going to be opening up with you a lot more if they haven't. So we're going to dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, feeling when it comes to you, what they want you to know, and what their next action or move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So I would love for you guys to join me on there. The link will be below to the extended. If not, hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, so take care and wish you guys all the best, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye.